Americans can't afford to eat in 2026. Cost of living explodes while the system bleeds us dry. Listen up, everyone. Right now, in 2026, millions of Americans are staring at empty refrigerators and wondering how they're supposed to survive. The cost of living has skyrocketed beyond anything we've seen before. Groceries that used to cost $100 now hit 2 or 3 times that amount. Rent is through the roof, gas prices are punishing every commute, and utility bills are like a monthly gut punch. And the worst part? The system keeps telling us we make too much money. Yeah, you heard that right. They look at our gross income on paper and slap us with more charges, more fees, more demands. They ignore the reality of what life actually costs, the endless grind of bills that eat away at every dollar before we even touch it. Think about it. Eggs, milk, bread, the basics that every family needs to put food on the table. Prices have doubled, tripled in some places, and wages. They're barely keeping up, if at all. Inflation isn't just a word on the news, it's the thief in our pockets every single day. Families are skipping meals, cutting corners, choosing between feeding their kids or paying the electric bill. And the system. It claims we're earning too much to qualify for help. Too much. When half our paycheck vanishes into taxes and deductions before we see a cent. That's not reality, that's a rigged game designed to keep us down. Let's break this down. Every time you get paid, taxes come out automatically. Federal, state, Social Security, Medicare, it's all sliced off the top. You work hard, put in the hours, and what's left is supposed to cover everything else. But then comes tax season. You file your returns hoping for a break, maybe even a refund. Instead, too often you owe more. How does that even make sense? We've already paid taxes on every paycheck and now they want another chunk. It's like being robbed twice, once at the source and again at the end of the year. The system is bleeding us dry, taking from those who have the least to give. And who is they? The bureaucrats, the policymakers, the ones sitting in comfortable offices deciding our fates based on outdated formulas and disconnected data. They don't see the single mom juggling 2 jobs just to afford daycare and diapers. They don't feel the weight on the shoulders of the veterans scraping by on a fixed income while medical costs climb. They look at gross income before all the real-world deductions and say, nope, you earn too much for assistance. Too much, when housing alone takes half your check. When healthcare premiums rival a mortgage payment. This isn't oversight, it's intentional. It's a system built to extract every last drop from working people while the elite get richer. Where do they expect us to pull these extra thousands from? Magic, thin air, we've got nothing left. Savings accounts are empty, credit cards are maxed, and emergency funds. What a joke. The average American is one unexpected bill away from disaster, a car repair, a doctor's visit, a spike in heating costs during winter. And yet, the demands keep coming. More taxes, higher fees, increased premiums. They want more, expect more, demand more as if we're bottomless wells. But we're not. We're human beings pushed to the brink. This theft didn't happen by accident. The system created it. Decades of policies that favor corporations over citizens, tax breaks for the wealthy while the rest of us foot the bill. Lobbyists write the rules, politicians cash the checks, and we pay the price, literally. Corporate profits are at record highs, CEOs rake in millions in bonuses, and meanwhile, food banks are overrun with people who never thought they'd need them. It's robbery, plain and simple. They take our labor, our time, our futures, and give back scraps while claiming it's fair. But here's the truth we need to face. This isn't sustainable. Americans can't afford to eat, can't afford to live, and the breaking point is here. In 2026, with costs exploding, we're seeing families ration food, seniors choosing between medicine and meals, young people delaying dreams because survival comes first. The sad reality is that the system isn't blind, it's deliberate. It looks at gross income, ignores the crushing cost of life, and piles on more burdens. We pay taxes on work, on purchases, on property, and then owe even more at tax time. It's a cycle of extraction that leaves us with nothing. Enough is enough. We didn't create this mess, the system did. Politicians who prioritize special interests over everyday people, laws that protect the powerful and punish the rest. It's time to demand change. Flip the House blue in these midterms. Why blue? Because we need representatives who will fight for real relief, tax reforms that actually help working families, controls on skyrocketing prices, assistance programs based on reality, not fantasy numbers. We need leaders who see the cost of life for what it is, a crisis. Voting blue means pushing for policies that cap corporate greed, expand access to affordable food and housing, and rework the tax code so it doesn't rob us blind. Imagine a world where your paycheck actually covers the basics, where tax time brings relief, not dread, where the system works for us, not against us. That's possible, but only if we act. These midterms are our chance to send a message. No more robbery, no more demands without support, no more looking at gross income while ignoring the pain. Flip the house blue and let's start rebuilding a system that lifts people up instead of holding them down. This isn't just about money, it's about dignity. About not having to explain to your kids why dinner is smaller tonight. About not lying awake worrying if you'll make rent. The cost of living in 2026 is a national emergency, and the system's response. Claim we make too much. It's insulting, it's infuriating, and it's wrong. We work hard, we contribute, we deserve better. Let's talk specifics. Food prices, up 20 to 30% in the last year alone. Beef, chicken, produce, all inflated. Supply chain excuses are old news, this is profiteering. Housing. Average rent in major cities tops $2,000 a month while median wages stagnate. Healthcare, premiums up, deductibles sky high, leaving people avoiding doctors to save cash and taxes. The average family pays over 20% of income in federal taxes alone, plus state and local. Then, at filing time, if you've got side gigs or investments, bam, more owed. It's designed to trap you. Where does the money go? Not to us. Infrastructure crumbles, schools underfund, social services strained. But military budgets balloon, corporate subsidies flow. Its priorities gone wrong. The system expects us to magic up thousands more, from where we're already stretched thin. Side hustles exhaust us, second jobs break families apart. This theft is systemic and we didn't cause it. Flip the house blue. Elect leaders who will audit this mess, reform taxes to be fair, impose price controls where needed. Blue means progress, universal health care tweaks, minimum wage hikes, tax credits for the real working class, not the elite pretending to struggle. We need action now before more families crack under the pressure. The reality hits hard in every community. Urban areas, high costs force people out. Rural spots, limited jobs mean long commutes, higher gas bills. Everywhere the squeeze is on. Seniors on fixed incomes cut pills in half. Parents skip their own meals. Young adults live with family longer, dreams deferred, and the system? You make too much, based on gross income, ignoring deductions, debts, daily costs. This is robbery. Paycheck taxes, sales taxes, property taxes, then annual owes. They want more from nothing. Demand it, expect it, but we have limits. The system created this greed, inequality, poor policy. We fix it by voting. Midterms matter. Flip blue for change, real oversight, real help. No more blind charges, based on net reality, not gross fantasy. We can't afford to wait. 2026 is costs are here, eating away at lives. Act now. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Follow so we can stay connected. Your support matters more than you know, and I appreciate every moment you give to listen. Your support is important to me, and it helps me a lot. It keeps me active, bringing you important information with your support and comments, likes, and shares. Feel free to like, support, and subscribe. I will always provide content for you. I appreciate every support you give. Crowning Thoughts, True Speaker, Copyright 2025 by Santiago D.C. Maria, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution. I love you all and I appreciate each of you. Stay blessed. Thank you for listening. Love always. Santiago D.C. Maria.